put a post on, this is still the same one, put a post on regarding more murderers, Ian Brady, saying that when police has finished with evidence, they take it to a local incinerator and burn it. And that was my view on what they should have done with Ian Brady. Took him to local council tip and chucked him in it with the rest of rubbish, as they should do with all child murderers and molesters, all nonces and paedophiles, all murderers, even down to rapists. And they say, oh, well, who's going to give him lethal injection? Why do you need to waste a lethal injection on scum like that? They've got human rights. They've got no rights. You've got human rights when you act like a human in this country, as far as I'm concerned. It's a good job I'm not in power, because I am pretty brutal, actually. So no, he hasn't only got himself to blame. He's got the industry that we're in to blame. Because we all know as funeral directors, there's good and bad. But nobody does know about it. And if you do something about it, you're shot down. Quite simple. He's not the only one. He's the tip of the iceberg, yeah. And there's other funeral directors up and down country that are awaiting their comeuppance from police who's done investigations. He's not the only one, believe me. He's the one who were caught first. I blame government because they have known that this is an unregulated industry where club who's earning millions of pounds in subscriptions for putting a logo up, but doing naught for industry. That's what annoys me. The government, they're to blame. Not Labour, not Conservatives, both of them. Both of them's to blame. So it's not just him. He's only got himself to blame. No, he hasn't. Let's just hope something happens. Crap, innit? Absolutely crap. So, what do I think about it? The families, the 35 families, the families who are at home with a loved one's ashes, who realistically don't know who's in them ash box. I can't even begin to imagine what that's like. I can't get my head around it. I don't think anybody can. I honestly believe that, alright, we had an inspection, first time ever, from Sheffield City Council environmental health officers, and she came round and she was lovely, don't get me wrong. She hadn't got a clue what she was looking for. Took her in prep room and in mortuary and embalming theatre, and she looked at her bone saw and says, what's that? Says it's a bone saw. Cutting a bone, femur, top of leg. Let's just say somebody's had a asphyxiant nail put into the leg. So what happens? A person can't be cremated with an asphyxiant nail in place. Just like you can't be cremated, should there be a pacemaker in a loved one. You can't be cremated. So, and she looked horrified. So what do? I says, well, you have to take that out. But don't they do that at hospital? I wish. No, they don't. They won't even take pacemakers out at hospital. In fact, they don't take cannulas out at hospital. We bring people into care regularly from Northern General, where they've still got all pipes coming out of the neck, all cannulas. It's not our job. It's not our job to do that. Well, whose job is it? It's National Health Service. You've put them in, you should take them out. But funeral directors up and down country have been doing this ever since I can remember, 30 odd years ago, taking cannulas out of people's neck, taking pacemakers out, now asphyxiant nails. So yeah, you've got to explain to her, cut make an incision from kneecap up to hip, get to bone, cut that part out. We put a piece of, it's like a false bone back in, and then stitch everything back up so somebody can be dressed. It's an invasive procedure and it's an horrible procedure. It's not something that I've ever thought we should do. And she was mortified. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. I said, well, who's going to do it? Hospital. They won't do it. I've asked them. They won't do it. Alright. Crazy, isn't it? It's mad. She'd no idea. What they should do with these inspections is send a funeral director round with them, because funeral directors know what to look for. You walk into a premises at Ecclesfield and you see an air conditioning unit in an old garage with no racking to put people on properly. They just laid on floor. Another funeral director is going to say, now then, this ain't right. What's all this about? They haven't got a clue. All they know about is sandwich shops, environmental health. And she actually said that. It's something we're not familiar with this. I know, I can tell. We don't now have to take the asphyxia nail out. We've always had permission for taking it out, or family, but now we don't have to take that out. They've got to take it out at hospital, thank God. That's one good thing that's changed. We still have to take pacemakers out. That's how it is, isn't it? It's how it is. In fact, I took a pacemaker out this morning. It's 18 minutes past 11. I'm going to garage now. I've got changed, I've finished. I'm going to put some diesel in. Get back onto this legacy. Do I think it'll happen again? If proper licensing isn't brought in, if proper checks and not, we're going to visit you on such and such a day, because that's what happens. They write to you and tell you when they're coming. How mad is that? That's a rate inspection, isn't it? They tell you what date and time that they're coming. I believe there shouldn't be something called National Association of Funeral Directors. They've let the general public down for over 100 years. Right? Them trade organisations are interested in money, subscriptions, so their people who run it, the fat cats, can have big lavish parties, and you should see some events that they hold. It's unbelievable. All that money's coming out of subscriptions, out of your, because some funeral directors aren't paying for it. It just puts that on bill. That needs stopping. Every funeral director in England needs to be licensed via the government. Yeah, that's going to cost money, obviously, but at least we know it's right. Would you go to a sandwich shop that's got a 1-star rating and feed your kids food out of it when next door has got a 5-star and it's absolutely spotless? Which one are you going to go into? Seriously. You can see rats climbing out sausage rolls in one of them. And you're looking through a window and think it's only got 1-star rating, this. There's a rat here on that sausage roll. So you go in and you can tell him, Nadine Abdullah, there's a rat on that sausage roll. It's alright, my friend, it's alright. It doesn't need much, you know. There's still plenty of sausage roll left on this. Fuck off. I'm going in 5-star one next door. So you go in 5-star one, gonna surprise you here. I'm just filling up at garage, babe. I'll only be a minute. I can't be on phone, alright?
I know, I need me bag.
Alright, I'll go and get it. I'll 2 minutes. Alright, bye, love, bye. Don't tell her. Don't tell her I'm talking to you. So you go and sit next door, 5-star rating. You walk in and you say, Saeed, this is beautiful. This is amazing. That's shot you, isn't it? Thought I was going to say John. Saeed, this is absolutely beautiful. It's Meticulous. Let me just tell you. Which one are you going to go in? Let's be truthful. You're going to go in Abdullah's or you're going to go in Saeed's? You're going to go in Saeed's, or you're going to go in Jeff, or are you going to go in Joe's? Are you going to go in Margaret's, or are you going to go in Mary's? Margaret's only got a 1-star rating, Mary's got a 5-star rating. It's the same with funeral directors. If we knew, just like that industry, if we had a rating system, not Google and all that bollocks, because it's rubbish. If somebody don't like it, they just put bad reviews on. I see it all the time. You know, oh, they fitted my carpet and it's a right mess. It's all moving about. Don't use them. Why did you use them then? It's just because she had a beef with him. Probably didn't want to shag her or something like that. Anyway, another story. Back to what I was saying. Do I think it'll happen again? Yeah, I do actually. I think it's happening now, up and down country. I think there's funeral directors today who's selling prepayments and putting money in their own pocket. I believe it. I know one in Sheffield is no longer with us actually, but I know there was one in Sheffield and I can prove it, who were doing just that. Then he died. What happened then? I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to fall out with people. We all know. Anyway, it'll continue to happen until it's properly governed and properly regulated. Not by clubs, by a proper government body. Because the National Association of Funeral Directors want to get involved in this. Oh, we want to bring these standards up to date. Well, why have you been doing it for 100 years? Why? You've done fuck all. Why haven't you gone to government 80 years ago and say they should be made to join our organisation? They should be made to join it. Why? Because they're not bothered. It's unregulated. Because if the National Association of Funeral Directors had been involved in a government thing then, they couldn't have allowed funeral directors to operate without fridges. It's obvious, isn't it? They wouldn't have passed the government inspection. So that's my view on legacy. What do I think should happen to him? We all know. He'll get a bit of bird, that's it, innit? That's all that's going to happen to him, he'll get sent down. We ain't lucky, he'll top his scent. But if he done, or if he does, what do I believe in him should happen to him? I don't think realistically. I don't think I want to waste money on him. I honestly think take him to a local council incinerator, in back of a rubbish truck, tied and tied up. No, don't gag him, because you want to hear him scream, don't you? Just sling him in it outside court, along with the rest of paedophiles and nonsense. Take him to Bernard Road incinerator, that's our local incinerator. Tip it up into the furnace. Get rid of it. That's what we should do. The murderer who I spoke about, Ian Brady, I asked every funeral director in the country not to touch him. And I says, if you do, you need naming and shaming. This is a man who murdered children. I put a big rant on. NAFD were fuming about it. Take that post off. Even, I can prove this, even Home Office rang me and says, we're struggling, Michael, to get a funeral director to do this. Could you remove your post, please? No. 28 million views it had, that. Likes. No, I won't take it down. I didn't, I left it up. I don't know. That vermin were took to Liverpool by Home Office, not by a funeral director, and he were cremated up in Liverpool. After the cremation that took place at 4 o'clock in the morning, the cremator was dismantled entirely and took to a landfill site and dumped. His ashes, Ian Brady's ashes, were dumped out at sea. The police dumped him out at sea. Harold Shipman, who were murdering all them old people in Hyde, his body, although he died in prison, Wakefield I think it was, somewhere, were brought to Sheffield Coroner's office. What happened to him then? Well, Harold Shipman were cremated at Uckcliffwood Crematorium. But the cremator weren't took out and destroyed, and nobody were to know about it, and it were kept quiet until I found out about it. Went mad. Did you take cremator out and destroy it? People don't want to be cremated in the same cremator as him. They don't want their loved ones in there. Sheffield City Council should hang their head in shame for not saying, yeah, we'll cremate him there, but he's got to, we've got to take cremator out because other people won't want their loved ones in there. What do I think should happen to him in legacy funerals? I think him and any other funeral director, basically what does that, at lowest at low. Do I believe he's the only one? I work in the funeral industry, I've been in it for 36 years now, Ian, without a doubt, 100%, no Ian, he's not the only one. On that scale he's the only one, yeah, I agree, but not the only one. Have a good day, take care. I'm going to get my wife a card. Ta-da.